Okay, sorry about that. I had to go somewhere for a second. Let's see. Greg is here, Aaron is here, Tom is here, Polly is here. Quite a few people are here. So, take this sticker off. Piernov is here. So today we have a MacBook Air. It's an A1466. I believe this is an A2000165, and this board has no backlight. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at why this board has no backlight. So here is our backlight driver right here, and if you look under the backlight driver, we can see that we have corrosion on pin 5. Now pin 5 is our feedback trace, and without feedback the circuit is not going to work. See, Trinity is here. There's no other signs of corrosion by the LVDS connector. And of course, as always, our fuse is going to be fine, so don't just go replacing backlight fuses randomly. This is something I also see from other stores, is they don't even try. They just replace the backlight fuse out of nowhere. At least test it. See, we're going to test this. It's going to be fine, as always. So it's time to take care of the actual problem, the backlight driver, which is a 25-pin BGA chip. Going to add a little bit of flux on that, rip it off the board. May have to run a wire to the feedback trace. It's hard to say. We won't really know until we get the chip off. So let's take this chip off. Let's grab our tweezers. Preheat it a little bit. Get that flux in there. And look at that. So you could clearly see that there's a little bit of corrosion right here. Now, you think, well, why around this pin? Why not around the whole area? So, this is going to be feedback. This is going to be pretty much the highest voltage point here. And you can see this was no good. So this chip, it was most likely dead. Who are we kidding? We know it's dead. So, what I'm going to do now is clean this up. I'm going to grab my iron. I'm going to feed some leaded solder into these balls. Clean them up and grab a new chip, solder a new chip on, test it. Then if it works, goes in the ultrasonic and back. Usually on these we get them out same day. Backlight's so easy. Like that. We're going to grab our wick. And wick away the old solder. Now it's important to note, don't use pressure, just drag the wick, rest the iron on the wick and drag the wick. Grab a Q-tip and alcohol. Nice and clean. Let's grab a new chip. So this is an LP8550. Get a whole reel of these because you'll end up going through them. Wait a second. This is not the right title. YouTube screwed up. No, I screwed up for not updating the title. Yes, those two top pads are both going to be backlight output. Yeah, a lot of people get tricked by that, but that's actually just the solder mask that's being scraped away. Sonia's here. Where's my Amtech 213? I want 213 for this. Where's my small syringe? I don't need the big syringe. Come on. It's right here. Yeah, a lot of people get tricked by that. No, that's just a solder mask. A bridge looks completely different. Where's my small syringe for the... Here it is. It's time to put our new chip on. So we're going to put a little bit of Amtech VS213 down. Amtech VS213 allows lead-free solder to be wetted much better than Amtech NC559. And we're going to place our chip on top now. So here's our new chip. Come on, get down there. Stay down there. Let's line it up semi-decent so it doesn't look like a 2-year-old soldered this on the board. Just has to be close enough. We're going to start heating it from far away, and as the flux melts away, we'll move in closer. We're already pretty close. It should pull itself right into place. It doesn't have to be exactly precise. And it moved into place now, so what I'm going to do now is put just a tad more flux down there. Just like that. Make sure it goes under the chip. Now we're going to flow it into place at max air. So it went into place. Now it's dancing. That's good to go. Trader Jabari is here. And no, I never use lead-free. The chips just have lead-free on them to begin with, so... Where's my test screen? Where is my test screen? Everything has to hide from me. I swear. Everything hides. Everything either hides or runs from me every single time. Test screen. Darnell is here. Yeah, including the wireless keyboard. That always runs from me. It jumps out of my hand. Backlight. Backlight. CPU is warm. Backlight. You won't be able to see it until the question mark comes up, but this is fixed. I'm pre-recording stuff, so well, I record it in the stream, so that's how I'm going to do most of my videos now. I'm going to record the video while I'm live streaming, so when that comes up, I'm going to switch over to recording. So as you can see here, we plugged in our test screen, and we now get a flashing question mark folder. And if we turn the screen around, you can see that the Apple logo is illuminated, meaning this is fixed. Fun fact, TCRS has 55% female viewership. No, that dropped. That dropped to 0.4%. So here's what happened. So Anthony said if I started showing my face, female viewership would go up. And here's the thing. The first day it went up to 77%, but then as I started showing my face more, it dropped to 12%. So it went from 26% to 55% to 77%. The minute I start showing my face, it dropped to 0.04%. So that says it all. That says it all. So ultrasonic, what ticket was this? 4633. Yeah, if you're tech and you look anything like me, don't show your face on stream if you want female viewership, because that is almost guaranteed to scare everyone off. That's my advice to you. If you want female viewers to watch your channel, it's best to not show your face and just the microscope, and yeah, don't show your face. 4633. Won't power backlight. Email. Diagnosis. Found corrosion. Pin 5 of U7701. Placed U7701. Test. Okay. In Q for ultrasonic cleaning. Email. Let's stick this back on here. That one goes right here. Yeah, that could be Tom. It just increased. So next one. What is this? The next one in the pile. Keyboard FPC broken gate. I don't care about that. We'll do that in a little bit. This one is fully functional until liquid damage battery attached. Mid 2014. MacBook Pro. Do I have a test DCM board at hand for this? Yeah, don't send them board only. This place sent them board only, and they're a good customer, so that's why I'm doing it. But usually no board only. You have to be a decent customer to send them board only. The thing, the thing is, about with board only. Normally, if you tell me you're gonna send it board only, that is an absolute no. Do not send it board only. But if you kind of know what you're doing, if I know you're a decent place, I'll still fix them. If you send it board only, I'll just tell you next time don't send it board only. Trinity is a female viewer? Never knew that. Okay, DC inboard. So they said this worked until they plugged in a liquid damage battery, and that sounds fun. So plug it in. Actually, let's go on DCPS to see what it's pulling. So with DCPS plugged in, plug it in. It pulls 0.33 milliamps. CPU doesn't get hot. So the first rail we need to check is going to be PP bus G3 hot. So I forgot to record. Okay, starting new recording. So here we have a MacBook Pro 15-inch Retina that does not turn on after a liquid damaged battery was plugged in. It's gonna suck editing all these videos. Do you recommend taking any training school for board repair? No. Don't. The best way to learn this is on your own, like I did. So the first rail we need to check is going to be PP-Bus G3 Hot. PP-Bus G3 Hot is the 12-volt rail that powers most of the system. So we are going to check this on the backlight fuse right here. And we can see that that is measuring 12.55 volts. So that is present. Now, if it's not working off the battery, that could be a few things. So we note that the CPU, well, let's see. Do we get CPU vCore? So we're going to plug it back in. Let's see if we get CPU vCore on the coils right here. Now, if the coils, let's see. So CPU vCore on the coils is nothing, so it's not really turning on. So yeah, something's going on in the power up. So let's just give the board a visual inspection and see if we see anything obvious. Little JTAG corrosion, nothing major though. So if they plugged in a liquid damaged battery, this is kind of gonna suck because, yeah, that's no fun. Not only did you plug in a liquid damaged battery, but you already replaced the ISL. What? Why did you replace the ISL? Wait a second, no. See that capacitor? See how that's kind of dark? I wonder, I don't know if someone replaced that capacitor or not, so. Let me get this camera focused. So looking around our ISL, we see a few distinctive things. So one, we see signs of rework, but what we also see is these two caps right here. We see that the ends are a little bit discolored. So we're going to check our current sensing. This is going to be current sensing right here. This, I'll have to look it up. But let's check this area real quick. So current sensing should be between, and it's either going to be 3 ohms or 20 ohms or around there. So let's measure current sensing right now. We're going to measure it on this cap. I know it's blurry. And that is in spec. Let's check the other current sensing right here. And that is in spec, so the issue is not right here. So let's go ahead and start measuring our power rails. So the first power rail we need to measure is going to be PP5V-S5. That's not really going to do anything if the battery was liquid damaged and screwed up. So it's hard to say what happened. Could be a number of things. Probably not fun. This area looks good. It's also possible, well, it's not the SMC. We know that. We know that it's not the SMC because we do have 12.53 volts. And if 12.53 volts is present, then we know our SMC is talking with the ISL for PP-Bus initialization and battery communication. So let's go ahead and check PP-Bus G3 Hot. So, I mean, PP5V-S5. That's going to show up somewhere around here. And this chip, this looks replaced. Yeah, this was replaced. Yeah, this was replaced. That looks replaced. That cap was replaced. See how it's not sitting right? Yeah, more history needed. Go away. So more history needed on this board. And keyboard FPC gate broken. Take care of this one real quick. Keyboard. Okay, so new connector. Easy stuff. So I'm going to pull this old connector off. This is not a recorded one because this is boring. Anyone can replace that connector. Yeah, but Tom, that doesn't work that way because here's the thing. I could clean a component and it'll work, but it's going to come back in 3 months when that fails. Here's our connector off. Where is our... Here's our flux. I'm not going to ultrasonic this one, so... I'm going to try and be conservative with my flux usage. You know what? I need to check tracking on something. Give me 1 second here. Because that one was supposed to be here today and it's not here. And FedEx already came. Which is kind of disturbing. Okay, so this makes a whole lot of sense. So check this out. So this makes a whole lot of sense here. So FedEx is good most of the time. FedEx is pretty good most of the time, with the exception of nonsense like this. So check this out. So here is tracking on something. So you can see it was picked up in Mobile, Alabama, left FedEx origin facility, arrived at Memphis, departed Memphis. It went back to Alabama, left FedEx origin facility, and then to LA, and now it's, delayed a day. Happens, but I shouldn't be complaining because post office is way worse. Caroline is here. Planning to sell melted connectors yet? Not yet. Maybe someday. Nobody would buy my melted connectors. These aren't famous melted connectors. They're nobody melted connectors. Yes, this is a label that is near impossible to remove. I'm gonna put some leaded down because it's working terrible. Just like that. Now we could wick this properly, cleanly. and not in a disgusting practice manner. How much is the desoldering wick you use? Okay, solder sucker is going to be useless for this. The wick is like $3 for, yeah, just get wick. Solder sucker is pretty useless for this. I kind of wonder if that board a minute ago is another one that a certain company that screwed up a board with CD3215s last week couldn't fix again. And I wonder if I'll own them again on that board. That would be hilarious if it was the same company. That would be absolutely hilarious. Let's clean this label adhesive off. Yeah, I won't name the company publicly yet. I'm just not like that. But yeah, it was a big company. Okay, here's I'll give you guys a hint to the company that did that. And look, they probably did this too. What is this? Did they do this too? So this one company that screws stuff like this and sends it back to their customer, and they send it to me, is going to be if you search MacBook Logic board repair on Google, they are on the first page. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to name them directly, but they are on the first page. Let me double check that. Yeah, they're on the first page for sure. No, they're not in California. No, they're not in California, but they are on the first page. Why don't the company just send it straight to you? Because their advertising is MacBook Logic board repair. And they push how they've been in business so long and how they're so experienced. Let's grab a connector for that. Yeah, I'm not going to name them directly, but yeah. First page of Google. First page of Google, maybe Southern US, maybe not. That's all I'm going to say. What's the funny thing too is I've had local shops that have said, "Oh, I'm going to send this over there now." And it's like, "Okay, go ahead." Classic Computers, I'm not going to confirm or deny that. Not confirming or denying that. Let me pull the donor connector off the board. That's why when people say, well, you know, how are you? You're not experienced. You're too young to be experienced in logic board repair. Okay, go to this place. Be my guest. I'm pulling a connector off a donor board right now. So I'm heating it from underneath and waiting for it to get hot without destroying the connector. Here's our fresh connector. See how good as new that is? Got a little bit melty, but it'll work. Okay, let's solder this on. Yeah, I need to find out if that board that we just looked at a minute ago was sent to them first. I don't get if that place is still sending stuff to them before me, I don't get it. I'm not even cheaper than them. I mean, I'm not even more expensive than them. Okay, this is aligned. Let's move the board so we have access to the pins. I'm excited. I ordered more tips for my soldering iron. And new tweezers, which the tweezers, I don't know where they went. So we're going to put some flux down. Just a little tiny bit. This kind of companies, do they charge the customer even after destroying the PCB? I don't know. Probably. No idea, honestly, though. So I can't answer that completely. What temp to use on the iron? I use anywhere from 540 to 840, depending on what I'm doing, the application, the size of the component being soldered. I just want this to stay aligned, but it looks like I'm going to have to put a little down. So like 640 right now. We're going to go up to 740 because it's not quite hot enough. Tom, I could be the same amount of flux usage. It really depends, because if I'm not going to ultrasonic the board, then yeah, I will be. But if I am going to ultrasonic the board, I let loose with the flux. I hate when my hands are like this. It's bizarre. It's not like they're shaky, but it's like weird. Chris is here. Trinity says, right down the freeway from Tim, I drive up and drop off my dead Mac. He's the only person I trust to fix it. I'm glad to hear. I'd be more than happy to work on your Mac. How far are you? Like Antelope Valley area, Santa Clarita Valley. This tip isn't taking solder. What the heck? Come on, take solder. Take solder. Now we could clean it. Lake Elsinore, that's pretty darn far. Alright, time to switch tip. Chris, why are you bypassing hardware like that? Darn it. Okay, you guys are gonna see how bad I am really at soldering now. This is how meek soldering connectors are. I'm a complete... Yeah, this is embarrassing. Chris Long is probably laughing right now. Chris Long is probably laughing hysterically right now at me trying to solder a connector. Is this Rossmann board repair? Sure, why not? Okay, whatever. I'll ultrasonic you. See? Now we ultrasonic. I need flux. Flux makes everything better. What the heck is this? Why are you bridging? Oh, this is embarrassing. Shaky hand? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. This is what happens when I work late. Come on, what the heck? You're not supposed to bridge like that. Such an idiot. I am an idiot. It's already up almost all the way, Chris. Should rename the stream. Idiot tries to solder connector and fails at soldering connector. It's like my iron isn't outputting the heat it should be. Let's go up all the way now. 840. What the heck? I'm giving everybody hearing damage right now. For good reason, too. Chris Long, is this tip good enough for you? Is this tip good enough for you, Chris? Better be good enough. I hate connector soldering. It should be the simplest thing. That's why when people ask me, well, is this less? No, it sucks more than changing, your darn ISL or whatever. It's just worse. So I always tell people, um, I always tell people I suck at soldering. I'm not good at soldering, and people never believe me. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You do great soldering. It's like, no, look at this. The flux is like hardened. The heck is with the flux hardening? Amtech 559, I almost want to say it used to be better. Now it does this. Look. See this? I've been noticing this. So one, it smells different now. And it does this. So they changed something in the formula. I know that for sure because of this. Look at this. I don't know if it's different trees or whatever they're taking the rosin from or what, but I know it was never like this. And it used to smell a lot better than it does now too. It's not knockoff either. Yeah, Purinov, I agree. Because this is not how Amtech used to be. What the heck? Wonder if this is Kingbo in an Amtech tube. Because that's not like Amtech. It's really not like Amtech. I think Inventec changed something. They had to have, because this is not the Amtech that used to be around. Wonder if some stupid EPA law. This flux is straight from Lewis, though, so I know it's genuine Amtech. I think Amtech either changed something or something in their supply process. Alright, this sucks. Do I have any old Amtech? Let's see. 9 of 18. Okay, so this is still the old one. Or the new one. This is VS213. Alright, so I'll just use VS213. I gotta grab a nice big... What the heck happened? Sonia, I just cleaned it with isopropanol and it still did the same thing, kinda. So this is VS213. Gonna add some of this in here to kinda help the Amtech along. Also got word from Sharper Tech today that they may be coming out with a cleaner the size of the PH1200. So I will be buying one of those when they release it and doing a review on it. What hot air did you use before the quick? Some piece of junk 858D. Get the quick. I have to say, I'm thinking about considering changing flux brands because Amtech does not seem very good lately. So even VS213, it's like all gone within seconds. It just it's my irons at 740, but like even the 213 it's just obliterated within seconds. It's not. I don't like that. You know what this V2 reminds me of? It's so if you've ever used Amtech ASM, 559 ASM, it's almost like ASM. Amtech V2 used to have like a nice pine scent to it. Now that seems to be removed. Could just hope that maybe Inventec got screwed over or something with their suppliers for rosin, and you never know. Did you try quick soldering stations? I like my Hakko. I haven't tried them yet though. Yeah, this sucks. Look at this. Amtech never used to be like this. Ever. Look at this. It's just... It's like hard. This is like the Chinese honey stuff. I don't like that. Yeah, something's up with Amtech. Because this, I know it's genuine. It's straight from Lewis. But yeah, that's no good. This is, yeah, this ain't like Amtech used to be. That... I'm gonna try a tube of something from... You never know if I just want to see something. Amtech, Amtech makes solder too? I have to try that. I don't know. Cause yeah, Amtech never would do this. Look, I mean it seems like the last tubes I've had, this is like what the heck? No, I'm not spending $40 on a tube from Amtech themselves. Screw that. This is the tube is an Amtech tube though, so my guess is it's just Amtech got scammed. I mean, yeah, because I'm sure Amtech gets their stuff from somewhere too, and the additives and stuff in it are screwed. Yeah, that's what I think too, Greg. I'm almost thinking of trying the ASM and using ASM for a couple months until this passes. Wonder if I should send Inventec an email too. The heck? Why are you emailing me? Get out of here. Because this reminds me of that cheap Chinese stuff. Should I send Inventec an email? I gotta clean this up, and this won't even get cleaned by the alcohol. So I'm gonna use contact cleaner. Yeah, this sucks. This is no good. Now the contact cleaner should just destroy the rosin, and it did. Thank you, Kilo. I appreciate it. Yeah, so see, this is what the contact cleaner did, just destroyed it. Let's see something. You know what? you know what? Do I have? 1 second. I think I may have an old tube of this stuff. Yes, this is from 2017. So this is Amtech Flux from 2017. This is the old stuff. Yeah, this is the stuff that I remember. It still has that different scent to it, like the pine scent. So this is the old Amtech, right? This is the old Amtech. So this is back when I was starting my business. Okay, this is the old stuff. So this, let's see the comparison on this. Where's OBS? Here we go. See the difference in this already? This is loads different. So I'm even adding a big bunch like that, and I'm just going to keep touching up these pins. The other stuff I think was turning dark by now. Maybe we're going to go up to 840. Yeah, I'm emailing Inventec. Yeah, see this, it's starting to turn. Okay, so now I'm going to let this sit. And look, it's not going to turn into that junk paste. It's still going to stay somewhat. See this? See how it's nice still and liquid? It's not that. And this is old expired stuff. This stuff expired almost a year ago. See that? See how it's not dried up like that? This is how Amtech is supposed to be. Even has that old pine scent. That smell honestly brings me back to when I was starting. I'm gonna switch my tip. Sonia, the last two tubes have been like this. That's why I'm thinking Inventec. Something happened with Inventec. UH60 Blackhawk says, today's my friend's birthday and today is your biggest friend. Can you give a shout out, Nick Gurr? I don't know why he'd be my biggest friend. I mean, I've never even heard of him. But happy birthday to your friend. Yours is a September 2019 expiration date. Let's see what mine has. So mine is January 30th, 2020 expiration date. Igor, you did not see the part of my videos where my hands are shaking. I don't have steady hands, trust me. I have steady hands like 20% of the time. When I'm anxious or stressed out, forget about it. Wonder if Lewis has the same thing going on with his flux. Lewis had similar problems with some of that flux as well. Um, when was that, Sonia? I'm just curious. Maybe I'll send him a message. Yeah, I'm sending Inventec an email today and saying what the heck is up, you know? Within the last few weeks, yeah, then something's up with their product. It's just junk lately. Um, yeah, I'm gonna send Inventec an email and say what's up with this stuff. It used to be so good. Look at this. So this is stuff that's expired. It does not turn into that goop. I'm gonna do a comparison video of both the fluxes, and I'm gonna send that to Inventec. So, and hopefully, I still use their stuff. I still like using their stuff, but I want at least to know what's going on with it or when it's gonna be fixed because, Donald, I already inhaled enough flux fumes and ended up getting a chronic cough from that before I got a real fume extractor, so I'm good with that. So even when burnt, it's not turning into that solid goop. Sonia, after I'm done soldering this, I'm going to clip this and send it to them. I'm going to do another video in this video, and I'm going to compare them side by side with showing the expiration date, showing me using the tubes, and I'm going to see what's up. I'm going to make that video unlisted too, just so they don't, I want to at least give them a chance to fix it before, because without Amtech, I mean, I like Amtech. I like the 30cc tubes. But I don't want junk either. Okay, this looks pretty good. I don't see any bridges, so this is going to go in ultrasonic. Okay, so now we're going to get to that video. So we're going to grab another board to put some flux on and solder some stuff. So this is a donor board. I guess I'll just screw around with the JTAG. So let's grab... Where's my darn keyboard? Alright, so these are our two fluxes. Let me hang on, start record. These are the two fluxes. This right here is NC559 V2TF with a manufacture date of January 30th, 2019, an expiration date of January 30th, 2020. Here's the label right here. And here is Amtech NC559 V2TF with a manufacture date of September 29, 2017 and an expiration date of September 29, 2018. So this is expired. See the label. So I'm going to do a comparison. So what I'm going to do, this flux is going to go right here, out of sight. Here is the new tube, which has an expiration date of January 20th of 2000 and where is it? Turn it. 2020. Come on, focus. Focus. Come on. Okay, 2020. So we're going to try to use this flux on a connector. So let's use this on this JTAG connector right here. So right here, it's microscope. This is the new stuff. I'm going to put this down right here, and I'm going to try and solder this. So we're going to set our iron at 740 for both of these tests. 740 is usually about one of the temperatures I solder at. It's usually never a problem. So what I'm going to do is just heat this and try and solder on this. We'll occasionally add a little bit more on. This isn't an actual repair. I'm just doing this to demonstrate the properties of the flux. So I'm going to add a little bit more so I get a nice amount on there. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna count to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And look at this flux. It is hardened, right? So look, I dig my tweezers into it. It is hard. It is not coming off the board. It's hardened. It's not. See how it's sticking to my tweezers hardened? So you have to kind of pick it off the board. Look at this. So see that? It's all dried. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to grab a different board with that same connector. So a different board with the same connector. So here's the same connector. I'm going to grab the other tube, which is over here. So this is the expired tube right here. I'm going to place this down on the board. You can even see how expired it is because it's all lumpy and stuff. So that's the expired flux on the board. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of solder to my tip. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to heat this for about 30 seconds like I did before. Like I did prior, I'll also add a little bit more to keep the test consistent. Okay, see how it's kind of turning black from heat? That's okay though, from what I've seen. I'll go ahead and stop there. I'm going to count to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to try and peel this up and see how it's still thick, but it's not lumpy like that. It's not hardened. It's still a little bit pliable. It's not. I guess they're similar. What do you guys think in chat? So I guess on that I might have heated it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, if I send that to Amtech, they're going to tell me to deal with it because they're the same. But I don't know. Maybe too much heat. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go get some lunch. Stop by FedEx on my way there. And yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, Greg, I still think there's a difference. Using both, there's a difference. And because I've been noticing that, I could tell the formula's changed. Okay, so let's do one more test. So I'll do. Okay, so let's make this more consistent. So let's do 15 seconds of heating on a QFN package like this. So we're gonna do 15 seconds. I'm gonna count to 15. Okay, so this is the flux, the expiration date of 2020. So manufacture date January 30th, 2019, expiration of January 30th, 2020. Here's the label. And we are going to place this on the board. So here's the syringe. I'm going to place a little amount there. So what I'm going to do is heat this for 15 seconds. So I'm going to count to 15. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put a timer on the screen for 15 seconds. Because it's... So stopwatch. I am going to reach over. Make sure OBS... Is OBS on screen record? Darn it, I wasn't recording. Oh well. Whatever. I'll just send him an email. But yeah, so 15 seconds. I'll just do it on stream then. $15 seconds. Give it another 15 to cool. MacBook repair with ChipQuick actually will make me physically sick. Whenever I've used it and inhaled the fumes, I have lost my peripheral vision. Yeah, you know what? Amtech is just going to tell me nothing. So yeah, I don't know. So I am going to stop by FedEx on my way out. I'm going to go get some lunch. Then I have to start packing stuff, fixing stuff, yelling at people to pay me, and I'll be here till 1 a.m. tonight. So who needs a seat to the side? Keep your eyes forward. Yeah, good point, Chris. But let me tell you something. Losing your peripheral vision, being dizzy, seeing spots in your forward vision, that is really scary. It is not fun. It's scary. It's disturbing. I would prefer not have that happen to me. That's happened a few times, and I kept thinking, is it my brain broken or what? Because it kept happening, and I'm realizing, wait a second, it's the darn flux. So yeah, in the meantime, until this nonsense is resolved with the flux, because you can see the difference in that keyboard connector, there's a huge difference in it. Until this is resolved, I'm probably going to use either Amtech VS213-A or MG Chemicals flux. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.